and ask those of you who have not subscribed to please subscribe to our YouTube channel as we continue to expose the satanic Illuminati agenda and the ushering in of the Antichrist. Today's show, I want to do a recap. I actually want to go through the Illuminati ball. I did a video on it, but there weren't too many details released at the time. Now it's been completely exposed, so you can see what's going on in this quote-unquote play, which costs apparently $450 a ticket to attend, which is ridiculous. But Business Insider, of course, I mean, makes perfect sense for Business Insider to go to this and do an article on it and glorify it, make it look like it's great. And it's just a complete joke. And it's funny because before I did this video, a few hours before I did it, I got a message from someone, I guess, who is friends with this woman, who Von Bueller or Von Boller, whatever her name is, the woman who runs, who made this play. Oh, she's supposed to be so great. She's such a wonderful artist, right? All this crap that people fall for and buy. So she wrote me a few paragraphs saying, you need to delete your video on the Illuminati ball. It's so rude. It's such a great play. She's an animal rights activist and a great woman. Oh, right. So let me delete my video because she's an animals rights activist, even though she's glorifying satanic elitist parties that go on where children are ritually abused and sacrificed in real life. And she does a play on it, glorifying it, and then we get articles from Business Insider trying to make it look like it's so cool. Oh, awesome. Everybody's wearing masks. There's orgy stuff. They even talk about human sacrifice in the play. It's absolute blasphemy. It's based on the Rothschild party. Okay, there's pictures of it that have leaked over time, but I'll give you the walkthrough, of the play, of what happens from beginning to end. You can see pictures there. You can see the all-seeing eye and the pyramid inside of a clock as the eye. This is her home, by the way. This is the woman's home, according to what this article says. And Von Bueller says, I wanted to create tests for our guests. Who will they side with and why? Will guests go with the pack mentality, or will they stand up for what they believe is right? I want to leave them thinking about the choices they make. Oh, okay. Well, you push Satanism and you push all of these satanic rituals that are performed at these real-life events, as well as in this play that people are going to see. So it starts with fire dancers, like I mentioned in the other video, greeting the people when they arrive. This guy does a walkthrough of the entire night. I'll leave the article if you want to read it. He says they would help illuminate our drum circle later in the night. Oh, cool, guys in masks. You see people here sitting at the table. It says depending on you choose to interact with other guests and those hosting the ball, each guest's experience is different throughout the night. Do you want to sit in the sauna? Dip in the milk bath. Okay, the milk bath, satanic. Okay, the milk bath, talked about it. We've seen it in the Fergie video, right? Dumping milk all over each other. Yes, I understand people saying it represents sex and all of this stuff. The milk bath, we see the Satanists when they protest the abortion clinics. What do? They do milk baptisms, dumping milk on each other. This is satanic and occultic. So they have the milk bath here. Skinny dip in the lake outside, create mischief. These are all personal choices that everyone must make. You see them all sitting at the table, dressed like they're in the 1700s. Of course, you can see how this would be trendy because there's so many just lost people out there that they're so bored with their lives. They would think something like this would be cool because they don't believe it's real. They don't, believe human sacrifice is real and all of this stuff because they don't research it and they don't look into what the occult does. They just think, oh, it's cool. We're going to go up into this house for like a dinner party. It's going to be like, Clue or like one of those mystery dinners, and we're going to eat blindfolded. It's absolutely pathetic. Look at these people sitting here. The guy's got a top hat on or holding a top hat, putting blindfolds on. I mean, these people are just going along with it, trying to fit in. Oh, it's so cool. What an experience, quote unquote. Meanwhile, they make light of something which is real and serious, which is the ritual abuse of children. Satanic ritual abuse is real, and it continues to go on. These pedophiles, these elitists prey off of these kids. They use them for ritual sacrifice as well as pedophilia. Okay, as this story goes on, when applying to purchase tickets, guests are asked to identify themselves as either a pig, a monkey, a mouse, a cow, or a chicken. Each animal represents various personality traits. Choose wisely. Your self-identifying animal kinship will shape your entire night. I was a mouse, spirited, witty listener. Cool. Get a life, pal. You were a mouse. What does this remind you of? As we continue to talk on this channel about transgenderism, about people identifying with whatever they want to be. Oh, I'm a fire hydrant. Oh, I'm going to be a tree. Oh, I'm a boy. I'm a girl. I talked about some of the schools out there that are having lists of things that children can identify themselves as. If they don't want to be a boy or a girl, they could be a tomboy or a transgender boy. I mean, all these weird terms. And what do we have here? We have adults paying $500 and then identifying themselves as animals, pigs, monkeys, cows, chickens. Absolutely embarrassing. I mean, look at the pictures. This is frightening stuff because they've really, you see horror movies and stuff like that, and I don't watch that stuff anymore, but obviously we've all at some point probably in our lives seen some of this stuff and how, it's just kind of evolved with demonic possession, which I talk about, movies being about that. But like these people that dress like this, with the masks and stuff like that, it really is spooky. And I used to get chills when I'd see movies where people would, they go into a house and there'd be people dressed like this or acting like this because it's real. That you get chills and stuff when you see stuff like that because it's real. Your soul can identify, things that are real and are fiction. They're showing you truth in plain sight. Look at them dressed up in these masks. And I know people say, oh, it's exotic and it's cool. It's really sick because this is really going on. And these people are demented. They're having sex with these masks on. They're doing ritual murders, naked, wearing these weird masks. I mean, it's all just really, really perverted and sick. Okay, and it's satanic. So the guests around me came from varying professions, from tech to media to education. So that's great to know. Your child could be in a public school and their third grade teacher could be at this party dressing like this, acting like this. Now, of course, I'm not saying the people here are actually committing ritual sacrifice. Okay, I mean, I would assume not. They're going to a quote-unquote play. But they're conditioning people. They're showing you what really goes on. This woman who created it obviously knows what goes on. She's in the inner circle. She's claiming she based it off of some photos from the Rothschild party. Yeah, okay, but then she goes into depth with the human sacrifice and all that stuff. So she's obviously in the inner circle, or what, she studied it and she's trying to expose it. She's glorifying it. That's what she's doing. So we have teachers in there. We have media, people from media and tech. A handful of guests came to the event alone, while others brought their significant other or best friend. Some were self-proclaimed immersive theater addicts, and others simply wanted to escape from their everyday controlled environment. Oh, so people wanted to escape their already controlled environment and then go into, I mean, what do you even say? This is so bizarre and so sickening that people would actually think that this is laughable. And, so this guy's smiling here. A woman's holding a sword up to him. I mean, the house owned by Von Bueller herself, like I said, she owns the house. Oh, it's extravagant. The house is filled with taxidermy. Her art hangs in various rooms, all of which, they explore during this 4-hour event. They have dinner entertainment. They have trapeze artists hanging from the ceiling. Just stuff you see now in music videos and stuff, which obviously has satanic symbolism to it. We saw it at the Switzerland tunnel opening. We've seen it in some Pink videos with Alice in Wonderland and, showing you all that MK Ultra mind control. So they have this trapeze stuff going on. And then the guy says, oh, it gets a little more serious here. As you can see, they have the Illuminati eye on the wall. And this is where they start, fiction becomes reality, even though they, people there are probably laughing, going, ooh, the Illuminati, because they think it's a joke and stuff like that. It says it wasn't long before dinner was interrupted and the real storyline began. As a guest, the lines were already blurred between reality and fiction. You got that right. You got that right, pal. Okay, because this is reality. They were trying to fictionalize this, but this is the truth. Over the next few hours, we were caught in the drama of our animal kinship leaders. I mean, this is just embarrassing. Rumors flew across the party about various leaders. Human sacrifices were spoken of, and choices had to be made about where our loyalty lay. So they're talking about human sacrifice, okay, along with the leaders of these groups and these animal kinships they're involved with. This is all stuff that occurs, but they're taking it lightly, right? Oh, they're fictionalizing a human sacrifice. Ooh, who should be sacrificed from our group? This is what they do. Hello. And people are participating in it. You know why? Because they're going to condition people into this is going to be the world, okay, until the trumpets sound. This is what's going to be going on. They're going to, like I said, they're coming out of the darkness, coming into light, and they're conditioning people with this. So people are there, and they're not going, this is a little freaky. We're talking about human sacrifice. They're going, oh, come on. It's like a mystery movie. It's like a mystery dinner. We're just going to play along. It's role playing. And that's how they start conditioning people, folks. That's how it works. So you can see this, the erotic dancing. We've seen videos out there with the erotic dancing. The Black Child has a video on it, where you can see inside the Masonic. He has a few actually, which are good, which I recommend seeing inside of the Masonic lodges, or where these Freemason leaders are sitting and they're getting erotically danced on. Their ritual dances that are occurring here. You could see with the chair. Okay, there's videos out there on it. Look at her dancing in the chair. These people in masks are watching. I mean, this is all stuff that's really, really going on. Okay, and look at them sitting at dinner with their masks. I mean, this woman's got a breastfeeding pump on her nipple. I mean, come on. This is just so grotesque and sick. Women now, the trapeze artists hanging from the roofs. The article goes on to say, although heavily involved behind the scenes, Von Bueller and her husband are guests of the ball. Along for the ride with the evening's attendees, it's extremely complicated to write an immersive play. You need to be open to spontaneity in order to create immersive theater. I like watching where things might end up. Right, of course, she's participating. It's a complete joke. They try to make this like it's artistic. Oh, she's just doing some artistic event. I mean, it's unbelievable the stuff people fall for. All they have to do is tag it as art, and people go along with it. According to Von Bueller, the night I attended was especially rowdy. I didn't expect a dozen or more guests to jump naked into the lake at the show. So I guess people jump naked in the lake. She said that hasn't happened before. Cool, as they continue to promote stuff like that. But, you know, in the article, it's interesting. He goes on to talk about how they actually held a knife up to him, which is very, very ironic that they actually went this far, because this is what they do in the Mason lodges. They get blindfolded and sworn to secrecy. So as he's sworn to secrecy and blindfolded, this is one of the rites, you know, in Freemasonry. They blindfold you, they hold a sword to your throat, and they make you take an oath that says you will never, ever, you know, tell any of the secrets you learn here. You'll never betray the Masonry. You're in it for life. If you go against it, they'll kill you. And I know people laugh and they go, oh, yeah, but they don't really mean it. It's just like a fraternity. It's part of the initiation. That's what they do. So they actually did this to people in the crowd. They said, what you hear here, you know, doesn't leave here. This is conditioning. This is what the Masons do. It's a Masonic ritual going on. Holding the sword up to the guy. I think he said it was up to his hands. It might have been his throat. I think he said his hands, though. They put a knife or a sword between his hands, said they would cut off one of his hands. I mean, it's all ridiculous. They're telling you in plain sight. And this article just reveals what goes on, you know, at this play, but it's a deeper insight into what they actually do. Of course, they make it fictional, all this stuff, because human sacrifices and pedophilia and all this perversion goes on there. Obviously, in the play, they're not going to have pedophilia. They're not going to talk about children, okay? They're not going to actually have an orgy with the crowd that's there, but this is what really goes on. And they reveal little secrets through this, and they condition people. You got your Masonic ritual with the sword, swearing your oath to secrecy about never revealing what goes on. You have people there talking about, should we commit human sacrifice? They're part of animal kinship. You can see the all-seeing eye in the pyramid. You can see the Masonic ritual dancing that's going on from this, I guess she's some type of escort, I guess dancer, excuse me. I don't know if she's an escort, but some dancer there performing sexual, you know, dances. I guess she's hired by the play or she's a part of it. And then, of course, you see everybody in their masks and all of this stuff just right in front of our faces, folks, but we continue to get told that it's fictional. People just refuse to believe it's going on. They look at stuff and they get away with it by saying it's art, and it's not art. Okay, you can see real pictures from the Rothschild events. Like, people always talk about Eyes Wide Shut. I'm aware. I've seen the movie. Okay, so, you know, people claim that you know, he was actually killed for revealing the stuff in the movie. I doubt that that's the case, because they could have just shut the movie down if they wanted to. But all of this stuff is out right in front of people to see, but they fictionalize it. They make it look fun. And now people like want to participate in stuff like this. That's how sick it's getting. Like, oh, that's cool. Oh, and everyone's skinny dip. Sounds like a good time to get away from work for the weekend and partake in something like this. It's like a mystery dinner. Like I said, like the mystery, you know, oh, who done it? Who's the killer? Let's figure it out. I mean, it's ridiculous. They're glorifying this stuff, and they're leaving out the core of it, which is the pedophilia and the black magic rituals that occur, and the fact that these people worship Satan. Of course, it doesn't get mentioned because everybody would laugh there about it. They go, ooh, worship Satan, because they don't think it's real. It's absolutely sickening. This kind of stuff makes me so angry and so sick to see people sitting there smiling. You know, knowing that this stuff really goes on, and knowing that there's children who are victimized at these events by these perverted, satanic, sick human beings. They're not even human beings. They aren't even worthy to be called human. They're disgusting and disgraceful. So the article I'll leave below, you can check it out yourself. I obviously used the pictures and put them in here for you to see. But if you want to read through it yourself and just see how sick and disturbing this is, there's still some more detail in the article that I left out. So go ahead and check it out. Again, this is the Illuminati ball, folks. As they continue to come out of darkness and come into the light, and people are accepting this, thinking it's normal. People going to the party, identifying themselves as pigs, monkeys, mice, cows, and chickens. This is normal, folks. Give me a break already. This is normal now. Soon people will be actually walking the streets claiming to be chickens. The world is absolutely insane. It's been turned on its head. It's hard to even watch at this point. Give me a break. Thank you for listening to today's show. God bless all of you and your families. May peace be with you.
It's time.